Welcome back to another episode of My Life is a Joke, and I am your host, Fee. What's going on? Yes, babe, I've been gone. I've been very much so MIA. Don't hate me. Look, I told y'all, and I'm pretty sure y'all already know, if I'm not here, something was going on. Something was going on, and I'm here to tell you about it because now I'm better. It always happens at the end of the seasons. You know, I always find something going on. Something always usually happens at the at the tail end of our seasons. And I'm so sorry I left y'all. Like, I'm back now. Hi, babies. How are my baby jokers? How are we? I didn't even ask how y'all were doing. So rude of me. I shouldn't have left y'all without a dope beat to step two. I think that's how I go. I've been saying it all day. But as soon as I get in front of the camera, hook the mic up, of course I fuck up the words. How I go? No, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. The fuck? I know. I ain't leave no beat, didn't leave no message. Like, y'all heard the last episode I think I did was my first live show, which was incredible. Which if you heard the episode, you know. And if you seen the stand up, you also know. Y'all, I'm here today with a story time from a couple of weeks back. Because I've been gone for a while now. And I apologize. But we're here now. Because spiritual warfare is very real. It's very real. It's been kicking my ass. That's why I not been here. The devil wanted to tussle with a bitch. Them spirits wanted to tussle with me. And they had me for a little second. But I'm back and I'm better. God is on my side. Like what Angela Bassett said, if God be for you. You know what I'm talking about? She said, if God be for you. I can't remember the second part, but you know what I mean. Look, y'all. Okay, I'm finna tell y'all story time about my second live show that I did. I hated it. I did not like it. I want to thank everybody that did come out to support me, some friends, some family. Love you guys. Smooches. My granny was there. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I really wish these people would have came the first show. Because that bitch ate. The second one, not so much. But let's get into it. So, peep the vibes. These are the vibes, right? It's the last Tuesday of the month because they're like the club that I go to. They're like on the last Tuesday of the month is the comedy competition, so you can enter the competition, win $100, right? I'm like, I think I can win the $100, but if I don't win the $100, I'm not mad about it because I still got up there, performed, told my jokes. You know what I'm saying? People laugh. Like, I still won. I am a winner. You know what I'm saying? And I get to see other comedians. I've never even seen other people do stand-up for real. Like, live. You know, I've watched tons of specials, but I ain't never seen comedy done in real life. You know what I'm saying? Other than myself. The big dog. Like, yeah. Anyway, so we get to the comedy competition, and I sign up. And y'all, I don't blame, now looking back on this whole situation, I don't blame the event. I don't blame the hostess. I don't blame the DJ. None of that shit. It was nothing but the devil. Trying to knock a nigga off this. You know what I'm saying? Like, such a fucking scoundrel he is, Lord. Anyway, so I get there. And when you sign up, they have you scan a little QR code, right? And the QR code brings up a Google Doc, and the Google Doc basically says, like, what's your stage name, what's your Instagram name, and if you, like, want to come out to a song and everything, right? Now, I, filled it out, And I was like, you know what? I'm going to come out to a song. And you know the fucking vibes. I put Lola Brooke down. Of course I did, bitch. Like, of course I fucking put Lola Brooke down. So I put Don't Play With It down. So this is how this was supposed to go. The hostess told me that we were supposed to be doing the open mic first, then we're going to go into the comedy competition. Now, if she said we were going to go back to the open mic at the end, I didn't hear that part. But I was under the impression that it was going to go open mic, so people who did come and sign up to, do spoken words or, sing their songs, they were going to go first. Then it was going to be the comedian competition. That's how I thought the night was supposed to go. So, y'all, we have the open mic. They have the open mic, beautiful open mic. It's always so lit. So they have the open mic. We hear these different poets. We hear these different artists. It's like, it's turned up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm loving the vibes. So, okay. Now it's time for the comedy competition to start. Now, I didn't know, how many comedians were going to be in the room. I didn't even know who was going to go first. I get up, they call my name. She introduces me. She says, Fee, the comedian. I get up there, y'all. I'm number one. I go first. Definitely wasn't expecting this. Definitely wasn't expecting this. But you know what? I'm not nervous no more. I did it one time. I could do it again. Getting on the mic in front of people does not scare me anymore. So I'm walking up there, right? But I'm walking up there. And I get the mic, and I notice my song isn't playing. It's a whole nother song playing. So I look back at the DJ, then I look back at the crowd, then the music go off. Now it's showtime. And it kind of fucked my little vibe up a little bit because this is how it was supposed to go. I'm going to go ahead and act it out because, I didn't get to do it. So this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to walk out. They supposed to be playing a song. And I was going to be, I just want a roughneck nigga on the tongue. Bitches want to see me automatic with a drum. Ask me if I'm finished. Nah, bitch, I just begun and I ain't giving out no nutty to no nigga just for fun. Are you dumb? DJ, cut that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So now, the energy is up. Not me going back low. You know what I'm saying? But the energy is up. You know what I'm saying? The crowd probably would have been rapping and, bouncing with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? The energy is up. So that I could just roll into my joke. Now, I did change my joke, last minute. I had prepared a whole joke the week before. And then I get on stage. Well, I had changed it, a couple of hours before. I was the same day. I was you know what? I'm not going to say that joke. I'm going to say this different. I'm going to say this joke. And my joke was about T.I. and Boosie. Now, before this goes any further, to those that were there, thank y'all for real for coming. Y'all said I did an amazing job. Y'all enjoyed the show, and I'm glad that you did. But I'm going to tell it from my perspective. That bitch didn't eat. So here it goes. I'm telling my joke. And if you don't know about T.I. and Boosie, because we was going to talk about it on the pod, but here we are. Boosie was mad that T.I. came out and said that he put them charges on their dead cousin. He was very upset about that. He said you should have never said nothing about that. That should not play this, and this. You know what I'm saying? And T.I. was that's some old shit. I put it on my dead cousin. Why the fuck would I go to jail? I didn't. T.I. was very much trying to prove that he wasn't snitching, this, and that. Whatever. Now, this is my joke, because I didn't even get to fully tell my joke on stage, but we'll get there. Now, I'm I explained the joke a little bit. I'm pretty sure that everybody knows about this T.I. and Boosie debacle. Boosie said what he said, T.I. said what he said. And I'm not going to lie. That dead cousin go get them charges every time. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The dead cousin go get them charges every time. Motherfuckers done seen too many episodes of the motherfucking First 48. They put y'all in that little bitty ass room. It looks something like a motherfucking cell. You get in there. Now your life then flash before your eyes and you boy, I ain't going to jail for this shit. They come in there. Bitch, you're telling it. You're fucking telling it. Then I was I can't go to jail because I'm built like somebody big mama and they gonna be trying to take my sugar. Right? Now, Maybe that's not funny to everybody, but I know that bitch ate. Don't fucking play with me. Don't play with me. So I'm telling my story, and I'm like, they're laughing, but they're not laughing to the like how I feel like they should be. And maybe that's the problem too. But I'm just like, nah, like, I know my bitch eating. Like, what the fuck going on? Now my energy was low because like I have to try to pull this joke out from somewhere when I was going to bring it in with the song. Now, because I am a performer at the end of the day, this was going to be a whole motherfucking thing. I was going to rap, like I said, do my little dance, roll into the joke. But that didn't happen like that. So now I got to roll off the joke, bring this energy into something that I was like, and and maybe I shouldn't try to depend on the music so much. But again, it was my second time, guys. Cool it. So, like, I'm up there, I'm telling a joke, and I'm seeing, like, the crowd's not really, to me, they're not really fucking with my joke. And I'm like, hold on, now, this fucking St. Louis. City fucking full of snitches. Now, I'm like, why everybody acting like they, like, it's kind of almost like motherfuckers was kind of scared to laugh, almost. Like, motherfuckers, chuckle, giggle, but it wasn't, like, hearty laugh, and that's what I give. I give stomach hurting. I give face hurt after you got done fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to toot my own motherfucking horn. I've laughed so hard, I made a bitch pee. I made a nigga throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like, put some respect on my shit. Come on now. Like, be fucking for real. And maybe, like, from a comedian standpoint, like, you're just hurt, like, your joke wasn't funny. Fuck you, bitch. The joke was funny. I've never gave not funny. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never gave that. So, like, I'm like, I'm up there and I'm trying to wing it. I'm winging it. Like, I'm like, you know what? But also, I'm not feeling it anymore. Like, I'm up there and I'm like, I'm getting kind of, I feel weird up there. Like, but I'm not nervous, though. It's just like, the vibe is off. So I wrap that bitch up. I say, my name is Feed the Comedian. That's my time. Got the fuck off. Get the fuck off. Now, like, the whole time, like I said, I'm the first comedian. I think it was like four or five other guys that went after me. I was only, well, no, that's not true. Lauren did go. But she was at the tail end. It was only a couple more people. I was the only woman. I was the only girl comedian. Only woman comedian. And there was like 4 or 5 other guys that went after me. Cool. They were funny as shit. I loved them. I thought they were good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when it came to, like, go and vote and shit, like, who you thought was the funny, I definitely didn't vote for myself. Because, like, I know realistically, I'm not going to hold you, like, I knew that them guys up there were better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like, not to say, like, I'm comparing myself or anything, but they did a really good job. So I'm going to give them their flowers while they're here type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too much. You know what I mean? So I did vote for some of the other guys because I really did enjoy their shit. Like, I was fucking kikiing the fuck up. But the whole time I'm like showing love, supporting, like clapping, very much so engaged, but like I'm like also feeling weird as fuck at the same time. I'm like, damn, like my shit really didn't do what I wanted it to do. You know what I mean? Like, now a nigga in their head, like I'm in my head like, damn, I didn't really eat that bitch the way that I want to eat that hoe. Like, I didn't, like, really perform. And my thing is, because I knew when I walked off, I wasn't going to get into $100. I already knew off the bat. And I'm just all like, to me, because the way that I love this comedy shit down is crazy. It's crazy. Like, people say whatever the fuck they want to say about comedy, but I love this shit down. I'll do it for free. Been doing it for free my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And will continue to do it for free. You know what I'm saying? Would I like to get paid? Absolutely. But this is something that I could do for free type shit all the time. I love this shit down. And like at the end of the day, like I get on, like I do the podcast, but the podcast is also different from doing stand-up because like that's a performance. You know what I'm saying? This is conversation. Being on stage is a whole performance. So now I'm feeling some kind of way about the overall performance. Like, that did not give. That did not eat. And I look to my sister. I looked at my sister because I wasn't gonna ask nobody at first. But I looked at my sister. I said, Deannie, what you thought? What you thought about that? And she said, you didn't do bad, but you could have done better. Because I know what you can do. And I said, you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because I felt it too that I could have done a whole lot better. So I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. After the comedy competition ends, the host comes back up and she's talking about they're about to open the open mic back up again. And I was like, open the open mic back up? I thought we was done. You know, at this point, it's hella late. You know, I'm thinking like after the comedy competition, we were gonna be done with this shit. Thought it was gonna be reps, baby. We finna go home. No. She was all like, we're gonna open back the open mics, and then y'all. She gives almost what feels like a 10-minute introduction to a man who was convicted of, I think, either armed robbery, burglary, something. Motherfuckers was breaking and entering, whatever it was. Nigga was convicted, was charged, was sentenced to 241 years. When the open mic first opened up, he would write in from prison his poems and send in to them so they could perform the poems for him. And now this motherfucker is here. Excuse me. Now this motherfucker is out and here to perform his poems. Now what the fuck is this? Now I'm not saying like, come on now. His ass should have went in the first open mic when they had that bitch in the beginning. He really should have been one of the first people to go. Cause I'm just all like, hold on now. Convicted, charged, sentenced to 240 something years, did 27. What the fuck is this? On the gang, I wouldn't have did my Boosie and T.I. joke. It wasn't the time, nigga. It wasn't the fucking time for my joke. And that's why I'm like, bro, what the hell? I'm thinking like, all right, I'm thinking I'm tripping. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna do too much. So like he goes up and he's like, yeah, I wrote 9 books when I was in prison, this and that, and I went to my old block where I used to hang out with some old friends. They used to sell dope. They sell dope up there. Now you a snitch. Whatever. Now your ass telling. Now he talking about I got a new product now. I don't sell drugs no more. I sell books. And I looked to my friend and I said, I catch that nigga selling anything other than them fucking books, he going back to jail. What the fuck? Nigga done messed my whole joke up. And like at first, like I said, I didn't really realize what was happening until the next day. And I called my sister and we was talking about it. Cause like I said, the night, like I enjoyed the open mic in the comedy competition, but like just my performance specifically really had me feeling some kind of way. I cried in the car. I cried when I got home. Like, it was intense. Like, I felt like I sucked ass. Like, I just felt like that was the worst thing I had ever did in my life. You know, like how a couple months ago when I said episodes that I made on the podcast and I thought they really weren't good. They really weren't good. And I actually went back and I watched them and I listened to them and they really ate. They were really good as fuck. I was like, I'm glad I didn't even record this performance because I wouldn't even want to see that bitch back. Like, people were, like, recording me and posting me on their Instagram story. I just reposted it. I didn't watch it. Because I'm just like, I couldn't watch myself back. So I'm just like, God damn. So, like I said, I talked to my sister the next day. And I was like, Deannie, that performance really had me feeling some kind of way last night. She said, yeah. And I said, yeah. And she was like, she said, you know what, Felice, I really don't even think that it was you. And I said, yeah, why you say that? She was like, I really think is that nigga Bobby Boston. Now, I think the nigga name is Bobby Boston. The nigga that went to jail, now he here telling poems and shit. She was all like, I think it was that nigga Bobby Boston fault. And I think all of them motherfuckers in that room might have been there for Bobby ass. And I said, You're not fucking wrong, because I'm telling y'all, I'm up there telling my fucking joke, and it's like motherfuckers got a gun in their back to laugh like they, who? You know what I'm saying? Like they scared to laugh and shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Loosen up. What's going on? And then, like, another thing, like, it was quiet too long. It was silent too long. Like, in between the laughs. I was like, hell nah, this bitch dragging. So she was all like, I really think it was really that Bobby Boston shit. Because had he would have went that first time, like in the first open mic, you probably wouldn't have did that joke, huh? I said, hell no, I wouldn't have did that joke. I would have did the joke that I had been practicing the whole week before. Yeah. So, like, after me and my sister talked about it, like, I end up, like, laughing it off. Because, like I said, that shit, the way that I felt that night spilled into the next morning. And the next day when I was on the phone with her, like, I was feeling bad as hell. And I said, you know what? It's cool. Like, after I talked to her, it's cool. And, like, I'm at work and shit. And this lady walks past me. Well, she, like, rolls past me because she was in one of them little motorized courts or whatever. And she said, God bless y'all. And I said, well, God bless you too. You have a good day. And she says to me, young lady, I have something to tell you. And I said, okay. And she was like, I don't know what's going on with you in your, like, day-to-day life, but God has told me that you have a gift with words. She said a verse, a Bible verse. She continued to say more uplifting and motivational and more spiritual, like, good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it really took a whole lot out of me not to cry. Because I'm just like, I had already came to terms with it, but then that was God confirming it to me, like, it's okay. You did what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And it was your second time. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, it was intense. And I was supposed to get up on here and tell y'all this story and what happened. But the story's not even done, so let's keep going. So, I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. I go home. And like I said, I'm cool about it now. Like, the situation's dead. Like, it's whatever. But I go back on Instagram. And I also follow the host from the open mic. And I go on her Instagram and I see that she, like, because I know that she, like, takes pictures with people throughout the night that perform and tags them. So the guy that ended up winning the comedy competition, I followed him. And he DM'd me last night. He DM'd me that night, and was like, were you the one that performed last night? And I said, yeah, that was me. And he was like, oh, I thought you were so dope. You have so much potential. I thought, like, he was like, I got your joke because I stay up on that shit. I said, okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. He said, where else do you be performing in? I said, well, this is my second time only performing. This the only place I be going to. And he was like, nah, you got to start hitting up all different. You got to hit up different mics. You got to start going to different open mics. You got to start opening it up and going performing to other places. And I'm all like, okay, cool. And he was all like, I'm going to be at this place tonight. And that joke that you did last night would hit in this room tonight. Now, sit back and let that soak in. That joke that you did last night would hit in this room tonight. I feel like I had the biggest dick ever after that. Like, real life. Like, I'm like, come on, you know what I'm saying? You see the fucking talent, you seen the potential, you seen the joke, you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. And you knew the motherfuckers was in there for Bobby ass. You fucking knew it too. Yeah. And I was supposed to go to that place, but I didn't end up going. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Because like I said, that was that last week. Now this past week beat the fuck out of me. Spiritual warfare part 2, nigga. Like I was going to fuck through it. But yeah, y'all, like, I had to get over here and tell y'all about this one. I don't know if I'm going to tell you about this past week because that was a lot more. That one's a bit more personal. But I had to get over here and tell y'all about that week because the whole point of the podcast is my comedy career. It's a journey. Y'all supposed to know everything about it. Well, I want y'all to know everything about it. Everything good that happens, I want to let y'all know. Anything bad that happens in it, I want y'all to know too. It's like a little diary, okay? Like, I had to update y'all. I had to tell y'all where we was at. And then the guy, he does skits and stuff. He was like, if you want to start doing skits, y'all, I'm finna start doing skits. Okay? Period. And I'm finna start hitting up more and more open mics. So, if y'all need to follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, and then y'all see when I'll start going to these different places. Because I am going to be making flyers. Or I'll make an announcement saying that I'm going to be somewhere. Excuse me. So y'all know exactly what's going on. It ain't gonna be no confusion. No confusion at all. But yeah, that was that week. And it was a lot. It was very intense. Because I very much so doubted the gift again. I don't know how many times I'm gonna do it, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I'm really doing better, I promise. Y'all like, bitch, how many times you gonna doubt it, bitch? You're funny. I don't know. I be tripping sometimes. It wasn't me. It was no spirit, girl. Like, the devil, like, he really be fucking work and take your ass to bed. Bitch, you not tired? Fucking with me. Go find you something else to do. Go find you something safe to do. Okay? Because I'm just like, when he told me that, I was like, you know, you're fucking right. You damn right. I'm not like, I don't know how many times I got to keep saying this shit. Like, you motherfucker. I ain't going to even get into it. Remain humble. We're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up because I was finna go on another little rant. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for listening. If you're listening, please if you're listening, rate and leave a review for the podcast. If you're watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bells so you know when I upload. Because I know this will go come to a little surprise for y'all because I've been gone. Sorry. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for listening. And I'm just trying to change the world one joke at a time. Salud. Peace out.